Hey, I said, hey, hey, I said, hey, loving it this way. Told you that day, loving it this way. Told you that day, I didn't see yellow on that way, saw the green that way, saw the blue here way, loving the sky above way. Christmas coming again, coming, sure it is heaven when coming. Something, never another thing. I'm telling you, Mrs. of you, telling you, Christmas again, coming. Something like this, was it to be, never to see. I didn't say he or she, telling them wacky, was it Wednesday to be. I didn't see another thing like that to see. When I was to see, told that fucking bitch to fucking piss the fuck off, because it wasn't my yellow. Was it, or was it, isn't it? I'm telling you, nothing else anymore. Supermatic, 111, triple one on that one. When I didn't do nothing but utterness. Loyalty, was I to be, wasn't it to be? So I'm telling the key of mine over she to be with me. So it was what it was, it wasn't what it wasn't. I am here, something here, telling them where. When I was, still as I was. So nevertheless, when I wasn't, was I wasn't. I don't wanna say nothing anymore to was or was I wasn't, cause nothing is the same when I wasn't. Was I wasn't, and I was as I was. So nevertheless, to was, to be, it was. Said and does, and I didn't say much more to was, cause wasn't before it was. Loving the key over he, over she, when telling them to be with me when they wasn't with me. Telling them to be still with me when I wasn't with them. Still wasn't, or was I without them? So right back again on this message to be, said as a force to be, and I wanted to be something of a key to the planet of ours to see. That's why I wasn't to be one of those to be, or was I to be one to be a key. I'm telling your little she and your little he that thinks so much of them little ones before them ones, or the ones that was with them ones. Nothing else to say to it, or wasn't it to say to it, because I was as I was as I was. Wacky, it was as I was, never seen that way that was before it was. Wackiness was so much to be what it was to be. That's why we have something like that, you know, something like that, you know, something like that, you know. Whatever it was something like that was when it was because the cherisher was when those was cherishing us was nevertheless to was strictly and does hence was something like that was defeating was loving them when they was fox hunting still on for the country that is mine. It is British as I am before, as I was British as I am still as I am, loving to reclaim everything back to my name and still carrying on as that name, reclaiming every single day. You might sound it like Wacky Wednesday, but nobody said nothing apart from Wednesday when it was Orange Wednesday. Yo. Yo, telling you nothing anymore when I regather and more. Something that you wasn't before. Telling you out of the door when I told you I wasn't the one to score. Loving it when they was to do so much above to new. Telling them shoo when they killing nobody boo boo. I'm telling you stay as I was or not as I was. Loving this to do because I am Kukunaboo. I'm a man you see who loving my life to be in a way that I should be, in love with my life to see everything that I want to see. Yo. So they say what they say, Colosseum to A. When they say to say, Colosseum to A. So we have another way. I don't really wanna say when I don't say nothing else to say. When I wanted to say nothing to say, when I wanted to say, I didn't much obey those days that I wanted to obey. I was a man from a little young, still as I am a man. Was I not a man for you to understand? When I didn't know nothing about the roads that grew from the concrete, you know. I don't know much else, you know, but know much, so much, you know. Loving my boys and my girls, I don't think you understand. That was loving my toys, like the cars that I used to hold, the airplane I used to play along with. Loving the karaoke key of that was mine before. So yeah. Like I said, this is what it has come to it. Sometimes phony, when they are always on the phony. I don't really know no pony or a phony, because no phony without a pony, no pony without Tony. Yo listen. Sometimes I know rhymes like this, you know. When I said nothing like that, you know. When I wanted to, you know. So telling them goodbye when I say bye to this. Why? Because if I don't see A.S.I on this world tonight or any other night, I will really kill them with a light. Because light is a light and daylight is always daylight. Loving it when it's daylight, always daylight. Sometimes I know that as well, you know. Sometimes I know that one as well, you know. When I say you know, I know you know. Now I'm gonna tell you nothing else anymore. Because lyrically, A.S.I to know. Was I to know before he was to know? I'm telling you nothing like this anymore. So I know what you know when I didn't know. I really know now to know, because endos and hinds and hens never knew that was, unless it was a Benz. So I don't know much to say anymore, because I know A.S.I, you know. He taught me much and much, you know. Telling him never say goodbye, you know. So yeah. When I wanted to say something like this today, before the sunrise come to me, for me to obey, I will obey. I will obey. I will obey. I will obey to my Lord. I will obey to my God. I will obey no other Lord but my Lord and my God. So I wanna say A.S.I is me. So I wanna say hi. Everything I see to please. Everything I do to please. Please me enough no more. Please me enough no more. Please me enough so much more. That's what I wanna say. That's what I wanna say. Yo, when I say, I don't really say. When I say, I don't really say. This is what I say. But if when I say but them in, when I but if sometimes like this, sometimes like this, sometimes like this. When a lyrical, sometimes like this. When a lyrical, sometimes like this. I don't see nothing much about the much of the much. When I say so much, it's so much, so much, so much. It's that much. When I say so much. I don't really much. When I say so much. Much isn't a much. Much isn't a much. Much. So much. Yo, much. I don't really want to say anything else too much. When I say so much. So much.